Hi, this is Fabian Trahan, and welcome to Ectophobia Radio, the Parasanctum Podcast.
Episode 9.
Hello, this is Fabian Trahan with Ectophobia Radio. I'm the owner and creator of the Parasanctum. We are getting closer to our special holiday, Samhain, or as it's commonly known, Halloween. It has increased in popularity over the years. But I just thought I'd share with you the history of Halloween. The observances connected with Halloween are believed to have originated among the ancient Druids, who believed that on the evening of Samhain, the Lord of the Dead called forth hosts of evil spirits. In the periodical nature history, a brief overview of Samhain is explained. The holiday had its beginning in a pre-Christian festival of the dead, celebrated by the Celtic people of England, Ireland, and Scotland. The festival observed at this time called Samhain, depending on your Gaelic dialect. It was the biggest and most significant holiday of the Celtic year. At this recent time, might not the spirits of generations departed find it appropriate to mingle with the living? The Celts practiced an elaborate religion through their priestly caste, the Druids. Samhain was the time when the physical and spiritual realms were, according to the Druid priests, very closely linked. Anne Ross, an noted author on the subject, speaks of Samhain as a time when malevolent beings used to come forth and devastate the land. The Feast of Samhain is described by McCain as order suspended. During this interval, the normal order of the universe is suspended, the barriers between the natural and the supernatural are temporarily removed, and all divine beings and the spirits of the dead move freely among man, and interfere sometimes violently in their affairs. Ward Rutherford explains that the Celtic festival of the dead, Samhain, was an occasion marked by burning human offerings. The Druids and Their Heritage, page 24, as cited. In Richard Cavendish's book, The Black Arts, he states, in the 8th century, All Saints' Day was moved to November 1st, or Samhain from its original date, May 13th, which in Roman times had been a day dedicated to the Lemures, malevolent gods which drank human blood. It would seem from the sources cited, but also from a variety of sources, that Samhain has been immersed in the blood of human sacrifice. In a section entitled Human Sacrifice, Lewis Spencer writes, "We are informed by Keating that the Irish Druids on the eve of Samhain burned their victims in the holy fire." This is from The History and Origin of Druidism, page 105. Spencer further suggests human sacrifice was a frequent and common element in the religious procedure. No sacrifice might be carried out except in the presence of a Druid. The festival of Samhain, while being an ancient practice, is not confined to the centuries of the past. In a book published in 1986, is stated, "Another organization with a history of indoor gathering is the Church and School of Wicca. Since the late 1970s, they have held an annual Samhain seminar with rituals and guest speakers. Approximately 40,000 students have taken part in some of their course of study." It is important to know that the historic background of holidays, while almost every major holiday has been tainted with some form of paganism, none are so deeply immersed in the occult as is Halloween. For thousands of years, people have been celebrating different holidays and festivals at the end of October. The Celts celebrated as Samhain. The Irish-English Dictionary, published by the Irish Text Society, defines the word as follows: Samhain, All-Hallowtide, the Feast of the Dead in pagan and Christian times, signalizing the close of harvest and the initiation of the winter season.